Hey again, kids. It's Blackie again. I'm about to check out the movie. This is the end. Seth Rogen deal. Usually it's pretty funny. I want to get in a good laugh before church tomorrow morning, and I figured this will be a good one to check out. But anyway, was gonna wax a little Cradle of Filth real quick. Man, alright, so yesterday morning I go into the grocery store. It's just a little side note here. Go to the grocery store. Usually like to knock out my groceries in the morning. I have to work all day. Usually it's a little irritating to have to get off work and get groceries. So I get my groceries, I wrap it up pretty easy, grab everything I need, and make the fatal mistake of thinking that it'll save me time by going to the self-checkout. Okay, not a good call. Wish I wouldn't even have did it. But anyway, so I'm getting there, I'm scanning my stuff and everything. I love this grocery store, it's cool and everything, good, low prices every day is what they say. But anyway, so I'm scanning my stuff and I get like 7-8 items in, and put my items over in the little area there, and the computer stops this. Whoa, wait, hey, unfamiliar item in the bagging area. You got to remove this item. You got to see what's going on over here. So this thing stops cold, and so I'm looking here, and the item that's unfamiliar to the bagging area is it's a bag, a grocery bag in a grocery store with groceries in it. Now, as far as the word familiar and the context of it in reference to this situation, I'd say that item is probably one of the most familiar things that could ever be in the position that it's in. It's kind of irritating. This particular grocery store really needs to do something about this situation as it stands. I'm really getting tired of going in there and having to deal with this little thing here. So okay, this gets even sweeter. All right, so I go and I pick the bag back up, since it's unfamiliar. I put the bag up, computer stops again. It says, wait, something's been removed from the bagging area. Please, let's review this here. Let's see what's been reviewed from the bagging area, make sure it's been scanned. So it's pretty irritating. I just felt like I needed to say something. Like, something needs to be done about the self-checkout deal, and the fact that it basically stalls out and doesn't want you to bring your groceries up. It's pretty annoying. Somebody's got to do something about it. And I figured, who better to say something than me, and what better place to start than here, All right, sorry, now I've got that off my chest. Anyway, Cradle is really good black metal band out of England. First album came out in '94. It was really brutal. Was it Principle of Evil Made Flesh or something like that? I want to say I had it. I was in college at the time that I got into Cradle, and somebody I think stole that CD from me or something. College is how it goes. You lose music in college because people steal it. When they see that you have a lot of music, they feel like, well, we've got a lot of CDs. He won't miss this one. But that's kind of how it ended up going with having the first Cradle album on CD. But anyway, really good black metal. As they progressed, they got all different and everything. They got a little more studio sounding. The music was still good, and even now it has hit. Even as a diehard fan, I have to admit it's kind of fallen into the area of not even really sounding like the band anymore. They sound like something different. So I don't recommend anything that would have come after probably 2008, 2009, because that's when it started to get a little stale, and a whole lot less metal, whole lot more. It's not even that it was less metal. It's just once people get established, and this is with any career thing, if you're an athlete, you're an actor, whatever it is, you get to that point in your career where you don't push as hard because you know what you need to do and you're just there to get a check, you know, not really there to make that difference that you were there to make when you were a kid and you were hungry. So they definitely changed, and it's not as good as it was. It just isn't. Arguably their best album was probably Midian from 2000, I want to say, something like that. Track for track, really good, brutal black metal. A lot of keyboards though, you know, there's black metal guys that like the keyboards, and there's some that despise them, and there's, you know, us over here, you know, Americans, we've always looked down upon the keyboards. I know we used to give Europe a lot of shit, and Europe was a great band. I don't understand that. Like a lot of us American metalheads, well, keyboards got no place in metal. Yeah, they do. Keyboards are fucking awesome. Look at Children of Bodom. Like, you serious? You mean to tell me keyboards do not make a good piece in a metal band? Are you serious? Good instrument to have in a metal band? You're out of your fucking mind. But anyway, Cradle definitely went through a lot of changes. I'm more often comparing them to Dimmu Borgir, just because they really are really similar bands. One from England, one from Norway. But as far as how they changed and how their sound changed, it's really a similar change. And I think they even kind of switched and kind of swapped and traded band members at some point even. I think maybe somebody from Dimmu was in Cradle or vice versa. One or the other. But either way, they kind of have a lot of the same characteristics. Very similar bands. They're both good. Both do a lot of dual guitar, keyboard kind of shit. I like that. I love dual guitar, double bass drum shit. That's metal. That's what you want. If you want to hear some metal, it has to have some dual guitar, double bass or something, you know, point blank, or else it's not really as brutal as it could be, you know. But anyway, Danny Filth, really good songwriter. If you really sit down and look at some of these Cradle songs, they're straight up poetry. Like, they are really well written, you know, poetry. He's a killer, that Danny Filth. But see there, yeah, like I said, you know, last video I was dealing with a light issue that I'm still dealing with now. But anyway, like I was saying, Danny Filth's a great songwriter. Cradle songs are straight up, you know, like what can I compare it to? It's Shakespearean almost, if you really look at how the songs are and what the lyric content is. You know, this black metal, I'm sure there's gonna be some people who you know, didn't know I was into black metal are gonna look into some of this shit and just kind of listen to it and hear a lot of the loud high-pitched wailing and squealing at some of the well, not squealing, but, you know, screaming or screeching some of these lead singers doing black metal. Some of that stuff is okay, and then sometimes I'm not even listening to it for that. I'm listening to it like I said, the dual guitar and then double bass drum breakdowns and solos and shit like that. But anyway, as I was saying about Cradle's a really good black metal band. If you want to look into listening to a black metal band, I would say start with a band like that, because you know, it depends on your mood. Of course, the more brutal a mood I'm in, the more brutal the metal I need, you know. Like on a really, you know, need some brutal tough music kind of day, I might go with something a little heavier, like Emperor or Burzum, Mayhem, something like that. Like some like really You can't even make out what they're saying for the most part with some of the brutal shit. Then some days I might be in a better mood. I might want to hear like a Cradle cover. They cover the hell out of shit. Like they did Hallowed Be Thy Name's a classic Cradle cover. Hallowed Be Thy Name by Iron Maiden, no less. They did Mr. Crowley by Ozzy, which was really awesome to see. That is a great song just because it has my hero Randy Rhoads. Had 2 solos in that song that are epic, and Paul Allender was able to put his own signature on basically the breakdown in Mr. Crowley and the solos. So he did a really good job with those covers. Make sure you check those out. The Mr. Crowley Cradle of Filth cover and the Hallowed Be Thy Name Iron Maiden Cradle of Filth cover. But anyway, like I was saying, I just wanted to wax a little Cradle real quick and let you guys know that as far as black metal goes, they're definitely a band you want to check out. Again, you want to start with probably Midian, or maybe something that fell before 2009. Maybe something older. Cruelty and the Beast is another fan favorite. What's another one everybody loves that everybody can get down on with Cradle? I'll probably go ahead and say Midian, just because Midian is right there, like track for track. If you were looking for something that had a really harsh, brutal, but clean sound at the same time, really clean production. Even the Danny Filth is really growly, throaty vocal, screechy vocals sometimes, but even the production in most Cradle records is really good. And it's not so, but yeah, I like some of that scratchy, bad production stuff with the black metal, but in their case, it does really good to be clean, and it sounds really good, just like Demu. But like I was saying, make sure you check out Cradle. I'll do another video about Dimmu Borgir and just kind of, touch on how they're different, at least from Cradle. But again, Cradle's an awesome fucking band. Make sure you check them out. Cradle of Filth. It's Blackie Black Metal. I'll get back to you again with another video about something or some band or some shit like I was saying with Dimmu Borgir. But I'm riding this vacation till the wheels fall off, cousin. Alright, later on, dudes and dudettes. Oh yeah, I clean up nice. Don't worry. This isn't as bad as it looks. I'm definitely quite the Denzel underneath all of this shit, so I'll holla.